Asheboro Public Library. I'm here at my kitchen table again because I have a fun activity that will keep your hands busy for a little while, and you'll get to kind of make a mess, but in a good way. We're gonna create some Valentines out of recycled trash. So if you have some old homework that you're allowed to tear up or some other scraps of paper, I'm gonna show you how to take some old paper scraps and turn them into some new recycled paper that you can use to make a Valentine out of for somebody special. Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is gather up some old paper scraps that you don't need anymore, that you're gonna throw away anyway. I've got some old tissue paper here from gifts. I've got some construction paper scraps. Here's some of my paper quilling scraps from last time. You can also use just regular paper that you don't need anymore, shredded paper, as long as it's not glossy or has like a plastic coating on it. Got some old newspaper here, and I've got some crepe paper from birthday party celebration left over. And so parents, this is a great way to keep little hands busy. The first thing you're gonna do is just take all your paper scraps and put them in a bowl and tear them into tiny pieces. So I'm gonna put all this into my mixing bowl, and then I'm gonna add some water to it. Okay, now I've got a bowl full of a bunch of tiny little paper scraps that I've torn up into little pieces. I'm just going to add some hot water to it. Then I'm just going to start stirring it up. So it starts shrinking down pretty quickly, so I'd have to add some more paper to it. So you can see my recycled paper pulp is actually starting to turn pink a little bit from some of the red and pink paper that I put in there. You could also dye your paper pulp with a little bit of food coloring. So a fun sensory activity might be even letting kids tear it up with their fingers. The warm water feels good on a cold day. Okay, so even though I think I've done a really good job tearing this up into little tiny pieces and making some good paper pulp, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the blender. Of course, you'll need a grown-up's help with this part. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little more water. Sure, and put the lid on, nice and tight. Okay, so I just used the water and the blender at a really low setting to make it extra goopy. Okay, now I'm just gonna put some old rags down. I happen to have an old towel here that's already pink. You're just gonna put your screen down. This is an old splatter screen that I have, or you can also use maybe a piece of a window screen, or any kind of fine screen will work. Then you're just gonna take your paper pulp and you're gonna like smush it onto your screen. Now, if you have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, you can smush it right into the heart-shaped cookie cutter. I don't have one of those, so I'm just gonna make one big piece of recycled paper here, and then I will cut my hearts out after they dry. So just pushing the water through the screen, and we'll just leave the paper pulp on top. I think I'm gonna let my paper pulp dry out here on the screen on my porch in the sunshine. Okay, so my recycled paper is dry now, and I'll give you a little hint. I also put it in the oven just at a really low temperature for a little while, just right like this on the screen, and that helped it dry out really well. So now we can take our paper and if you didn't press it into a heart-shaped cookie cutter, you can, I'm just gonna use this little heart to go ahead and draw a heart shape on my recycled paper. And then I could do another shape like this to kind of conserve space. Oops. And now I can cut it out. And now I've got these great little recycled heart shapes that I can use to make my Valentines. You can just glue them right on there. Another experiment you could try is putting some seeds after you blend your paper pulp. You can put some flower seeds inside your pulp and before you smush it down onto the screen, and then you could give a Valentine that somebody could plant this part later and put it under the ground and water it, and then some flowers could come up. So now I have a great Valentine that I can mail to my mom that I made from recycled trash. So maybe I won't tell her that part. For more recycled art inspiration, you can check out the book Rad Recycled Art, Easy to Make Recycled Projects. Another fun book is called Magic Trash, a story of Tyree Guyton and his art. Well, I hope you have fun making recycled paper hearts or recycled paper or anything. If you'd like to show me some pictures of some of the creations that you come up with, we would love to put them up on our gallery at our Learn From Home page. You can email pictures to ashboroughchildrensroom@gmail.com and we'll put them up along with your first name and age. I'll see you again in 2 weeks when I have another fun activity for you right here when we stick around. Bye.